Tanisha, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also very fine. So, Tanisha, first of all, a big congratulations on getting the individual bronze medal for Team India in the World Youth Olympiad. So, how's the feeling?
Yeah, thanks. It feels good actually. Though our team missed the medal, uh, it felt nice to win an individual medal.
Right. So, okay, India also had good performances, but I guess just some crucial encounters and we fell short of a medal. So, fifth position overall. How did you think overall of like the tournament and how was your experience playing in such a big stage and a team championship also?
Yeah, it was actually the first time that I was playing a mixed team event. Like we had boys and girls in the. We were playing as a team.
Mhm.
The tournament was also like very well organized. It was fun playing with all my teammates. Everybody was really strong.
Right.
I felt very fortunate to have got the opportunity to play with them, to be a part of the team, and yeah, we could have done much better. We could have easily won a medal, but we missed some crucial points. Yeah.
Right. So okay, but team championships like they are always a bit different, I feel, than let's say individual championships. But like there are a lot of factors which depends upon for example, how the opponent team is, what are the board pairings, and lot of other factors as well. So overall, how was like kind of your schedule throughout the tournament? How did you guys prepare, and who was the coach there for Team India?
Coach was Grandmaster. Our captain was Grandmaster Tejas Bakria, and our coach was WGM Swati Ghate.
Okay.
She prepared a lot with my preparation. Like every day after we used to finish around like at 7, 8. Our parents used to come at like 9 p.m.
Mhm.
Then we used to just relax and maybe play something. Then the next day, the board pairings used to come at 10, and then ma'am used to come and she used to prepare with me of who my against who my opponent was, and yeah, basically that was it.
How was kind of the coaching which you received? I know that in these sort of events, there is like not too much time to prepare. There is limited time to prepare, and you also have to have sort of an idea of what you want to play, and also have to check the opponent's games and all. So how was it overall?
Yeah, so basically, we like I tried to go as deep as possible. Like, ma'am also helped me a lot. She used
Mhm.
to see games of my opponents and about the lines that wanted to play. She used to go deep into it, and she used to suggest me to see some games in it. So that's what we like. I basically did. Used to go a bit deeper into the opening preparation, though my openings did not go that well. Like my opponent played something different, but yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Right. But I'm sure that this preparation is not only specific to the Olympiad, right? This preparation is also
Yeah,
bound
yeah,
to help you overall in your chess as well.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, okay, Swati Ghate, a very strong woman grandmaster, also very experienced player. She definitely added a lot of value to the team. So, coming
Yeah.
to your games, okay, a bronze medal. I think it's the first time you have won a medal in such a big stage. So, how did you feel about your performance overall?
I think like until the last second round, I played 5 games. I played 6 games actually. Out
Mhm.
of them, the games that I won were okay. But the game that I lost, I played really bad. The last game, the game that I drew, I had some winning chances, but like overall, maybe I could have done better. But I'm like okay with my performance.
No, I think it's definitely a good start, like in such a big stage. Of course, the tournament itself was very strong. I think lots of
Yeah,
strong players participated, and overall, it's also very good exposure. No?
yeah, definitely.
Right. So let's just look at some of your games. We have selected two games of yours. So this is your round two game, I believe, against Paula Sofia Hernandez Diaz. So, which team were they representing in round two?
Uh, she was from Mexico.
Okay, so this was against Team Mexico, and I think Team India won this match, right? 3-1 or
Yeah,
something. Right.
yeah, 3.5 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 and half. So dominating victory. Of course, your win also contributed. So let's just take a look at this game. You had the white pieces and e4, c5, Sicilian, and you play the anti-Sicilian with c3. So is this something like which you regularly play, or is this something which you're trying out right now?
No, I regularly play this.
Okay, so anti-Sicilian regular weapon of yours. So, okay, d5, ed5, queen d5, and you are pretty well prepared in this line, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So d4, knight c6, knight f3, and g6. So black wants to answer to the bishop, dragon style, I should say. So bishop e3, cd, cd.
Actually, like we are mostly prepared bishop f5 instead of g6. That's what she
Okay.
played. She had played in 2-3 games, and we tried to go deep in it. I had also changed a bit like bishop f5. I usually play bishop e3,
Okay.
but I had like recently lost a game with it, so I had prepared bishop e2, and
bishop
we had
e2.
gone a bit deep with this.
All right. So bishop e2 and okay, play continues, I guess. And you had like a lot of things prepared in this line. Yeah. Yeah, but your opponent, okay, decided to play the move g6. So okay, you have to now play over the board, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. G6, bishop e3. Okay, you continue with bishop e3, cd, cd, queen a5, knight c3. So in this sort of pawn structure, or let's say this sort of position, what is sort of like a general plan for white? What does white want to achieve?
Mostly like we this is a isolated queen's pawn, so actually this is a bit different because she has played g6 bishop g7. She wants to put pressure on d4. So my main plan here was to get d5, to put her knight into trouble, and I also thought like she's a bit behind in development, so I wanted to play d5 as soon as possible.
Right. And d5 also sort of disrupts the harmony between the pieces. In general, black is not very well developed as of now.
Yeah.
And if you play d5, you're taking away a lot of squares. It's not entirely clear whether knight will go after d5 actually.
Like she has to play e6 and all to stop it, so it's not very good. Her c8 bishop is not going to be comfortable, so
correct.
It's a bit difficult. Yeah.
It's a bit difficult for black sort of in the position. And your plan is you don't want this pawn to be like a sitting target. You want it to be mobilized and it should move forward. Okay, in the game, what happened is after knight c3, she went ahead and played the move bishop g7, I think. Yeah, bishop g7. And you continued bishop c4, continuing with normal development. And knight h6, a bit of an unorthodox square. But I guess your opponent just wanted to come to the square f5. Yeah. And queen b3 in the position. And castles. At this point, like, how did you evaluate the position? Did you feel that this is completely okay for you, or maybe black is like
I thought this was better for me, and I should get an advantage at the end of the opening. Okay. Yeah.
So, like, main plans, I think, still remain the same. You just want to push this pawn and dislodge this knight from this active square. And then, like, I guess you will castle king side, right?
Yeah.
Right. And in the queen side, your pieces will sort of develop. And main problem which black is suffering from is, I guess, lack of development till this point. Okay, after castles, you play d5, right? And knight b4. And now just short castles. So bishop f5, and now you made an interesting decision. Bishop into h6. So why give up this bishop in this position?
So actually, honestly, I'd missed bishop f5, bishop c2 this. Instead of castle, I had thought a lot about first play a3, knight a6, then castles. But I thought like it would just give her chances of playing knight c5.
So in this position, after queen b3, castle, d5, knight b4. Instead of castles, you thought of a3. Yeah. And then, okay, where does the knight move actually? Maybe just to a6, that's the only square. And then I guess you can castle.
Yeah. I mean, I think this was fine actually, but I thought like it would give her chances to play knight f5, then knight c5, and
Yeah, knight f5 is coming also. This knight is maybe becoming a bit active. So this is
yeah.
what you thought during the game, that this is maybe not as good, yeah?
Yeah, so I thought like the knight on b4 isn't doing much, so why to move it to come to a better square?
Right.
So, but I
Okay.
missed actually bishop f5.
So bishop f5, bishop into h6, and bishop f5, bishop n6, bishop h6, and knight d4. So even though, like, let's say black has a black is the bishop pair, you think that your mannered pieces are quite strong, and like plans maybe at some point to lodge an attack in the king side, or how is it?
It's mainly to play on the center. The d5 pawn is like strong. Her e7 pawn is a bit weak, so I can put some pressure on it. My knight is going to be good.
Mhm. And yeah, this pair of knights quite strong here. This pawn also not very strong, so a lot of ideas there. This is a target in the position. And okay, after knight d4, bishop d3. They want to trade a pair of bishops away, like bishop d3, d3, and rook a d1. Now knight c5. So okay, the black knight also gets some sort of activity. Knight c5, queen c4, and knight a6. Okay, your plan still remain the same. You want to attack this and just activate the pair of knights which you have. Rook f e1, rook f e8, knight d b5, rook e c8, and queen g4. So pawn is hanging at the moment. Also, queen looks very active as of now. Bishop f8 to defend it. Rook e3, and you want to double up
Actually,
on the
yeah.
e5. Yeah.
Here, actually, I was thinking a lot about queen d7.
Okay, in this position, instead of rook e3, you want to go queen d7. Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I know, but I think this knight c5.
Yeah, knight c5 is there, and okay, the queen is, I think, getting a hit, like getting hit, and it has to come back.
Yeah.
Maybe just back to it. So okay, rook e3, the idea was, I think, just to double on the e5 and okay, increase pressure on this one. Also, like make it sort of tough for them to actually push this and make it safe, right? A4, queen b4, and queen a2, queen c4. You don't want to trade the queens in this position. You want to keep the queens on the board, correct? Right.
Actually, like here, her queen is in a bit of trouble. So, like I played queen e1. My idea was to play rook d4, and she just has to go queen b3, and then like I can play knight d4. And so her queen has no way out right now.
Correct. So the queen kind of trapped between these knights and the pawn and all. So your idea is something like rook d4. Okay, in the game she played rook c8. I guess she just wanted to free up some squares for the queen.
Yeah.
Right, and rook f3, knight b4, queen d2, and rook d8, and now rook f4. The queen looking kind of odd in this position. Queen c5, rook d4. So there is not going up, like there is not too much going on with this black bishop as of now, which I think. Also, this knight is not very active as of now, and you have complete control of the d5, which is a semi-open file. So by all means, it is better. But did you think that this was like a winning advantage at this point?
Winning actually, like I was just trying to play d6. I was just
Mhm.
trying to plan d6 and put some of like knight d5 or something. So yeah, that was the main thing. And actually, her b4 knight is a bit vulnerable. So like, if some
Yeah, there
tactics
could be.
come, knight d4, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if the this knight moves, let's say somewhere here or here,
Yeah, yeah,
this knight just comes under attack. And if it
yeah.
moves with a tempo, then you can win it. So they played a5, your opponent. They just want to protect the knight. And queen e2 now, bishop g7, and rook c4. Now you take control of the open c5.
Yeah, bishop g7 is wrong. Just
Okay.
loses the pawn.
Okay, so bishop g7 was not the best idea.
Yeah.
Rook
I
c4
think we
here.
both had like time pressure over here, so
Okay.
she
And what was the time control of the event? I think like for first 40 moves, it is 90 minutes. But after that, there was
90.
increment. After
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
how much time did you get?
30 minutes after we
30
flagged.
minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And basically, there is 30-second increment as well for each move, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Correct. Okay, so at this point, both your opponent and you were sort of in time pressure, and I guess she just missed this idea that Queen E7 is coming, and the Queen
Yeah.
is not sufficiently able to defend the E7 pawn. But also, I think it's kind of difficult to play as black, right? Because you have to sort of be passive in the position.
Well, pieces are really passive. The f8 bishop, the 8 rooks, even the both the rooks, they have to just defend. The queen is also like it has to go back, so it's
Right.
difficult to defend this. And with
Yeah,
time pressure, you just miss something.
absolutely. So Bishop G7, and you found this nice move. So Rook C4, Queen B6, and now you just win a pawn. This is now just a clean pawn up, and also you have this very strong pawn. So a very nice advantage here. So knight D3, Queen E2. So what's the problem if you just take the knight?
Rook e8.
Okay, Rook E8 is there, yeah?
Yeah.
And if you go here, then
No, just mate.
okay, yeah, there's mate, yeah, right. So a nice trap, I guess, set by your opponent, knight d3, and if you just take the rook carelessly, like take the knight carelessly, it's just results in mate. So you were very alert. Okay, you came back with queen e2, knight e5, rook e4 now, knight d7, queen e3. Now you just want to trade the queens, and okay, the end game is quite simple for you. Knight c5, rook c4, rook a8, and now d6. So strength of this pawn is quite clearly visible. And bishop c3, knight c3, rook d6, knight d5, rook c d8, and just queen c5. So this is, I guess, also something your opponent, knight c3. Okay, rook d6 was a blunder by your opponent, right?
Yeah. This was actually close to 40th move. I don't know, like 39, 30. What
No,
move
this
is
is
it?
37th move actually. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
very
So
close.
like she was both of us were playing on seconds. So
Right. So okay, it's quite easy, and also it's not easier when you have a lost position. So quite
yeah.
difficult. Rook d6 and okay, knight d5, rook c d8, and this you just missed. Queen
Yeah.
b3.
Actually, maybe I should have just taken rook c5 and like queen c5 made things a bit complicated. Like I
Okay, so
had
rook
backhand.
c5. Yeah, maybe rook
Yeah.
c5 was easier. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
also
Just
you had seconds, so it's
yeah.
also
So I thought
difficult for
like
you.
I would just exchange queens, but I missed
Right.
queen b3 here.
Queen b3 is there, but okay, you're still winning, right? No,
Yeah, but
no
it's like
troubles.
bit yeah.
Yeah, like it's a complication where you don't need it to be sort of.
Yeah, and yeah.
Okay, so knight e7 check, king g7, and okay, rook e1, no? And rook e6, rook c1, and okay, now your back rank is 6, so no more troubles.
But still like she could have played rook e8 maybe.
In this position, rook e8,
Yeah.
and
So I can't move my knight. I can't. So it's a bit difficult to
right. So
think.
maybe you can just take,
Yeah, I can take and takes like.
and
Still, I can't play knight d5. Queen even is coming.
right. Okay, so but your opponent did not find that move actually.
Yeah, and this like
Rook e1, rook e6, rook c1, king h. They just played king f6. Just
this
wanted to
solved
make
all the
that,
problems.
yeah. And now there's no issues. H4 just, and okay. Now your back rank is completely safe, and okay, you just up knight. That's it. H6, H5, rook d7, knight c8, queen into b2, but material doesn't matter too much now because the black king will now face a devastating attack. Rook c3, and we want to bring the rook over to f3. Queen a1 check, king h2, queen into a4. The pawns in the queen side don't matter anymore really because that is there. Rook f3, king g7, queen f8, so king h7, h into g6, king into g6. And okay, mate follows. And okay, in this position, I think your opponent resigned the game. A very nice game by you actually, and it seemed to me that you were never really in too much trouble. Okay, maybe the conversion, according to you, could have been a bit smoother, but overall, very nice game, right?
Like the back rank issues actually, and just like it panicked my teammates too. So, but yeah, it was fine.
Right. So, like, were you the last person playing at this point?
Yeah. Mostly, actually, every game I was the last person to finish. Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of pressure. Like every teammate is looking and thinking, oh, okay, if she will convert, if she will hold it or not. So, overall, amongst your teammates, okay, Pranav, I think really did a fantastic job on board one. He played very nice chess, and overall, he's in a really good form. And I think there is no teammate who you can say that played like underperformed. I guess everyone performed quite well throughout the event. But okay, luck. If it could have been a bit luckier for us, then maybe the medal would have come. So I just want to look at another game of yours that is against Barchinoy Shokirjonova, and this one's in round 4. Sort of preparation did you have going into this game? Like, did you prefer any specific line looking, or just like you just wanted to play general stuff?
Yeah, so actually, like board pairings came at 10. Before that, there was some 1900 on this board. So we expected him to play, but
Okay.
this girl played.
Okay.
So we didn't have much time. I saw her game. She did not have like many games. So, and she played she actually played Nimzo Indian, Queen
Okay.
C2 line. So I checked all the lines in that, and I missed the opening that she played. I didn't see it, and so I played very poor opening, but I managed to come back. So yeah.
Right. So that's also I think a very important quality in a chess player. Like you have to know how to swindle. This is a very important quality I feel, and it's seen in like every top player's games. So like there is no player who like gets perfect games all the time, but they know how to swindle out of it, and that I think is a very important quality overall. So in this game, okay, your opponent started with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, and you played b6 in this position. So the queen's Indian opponent, g3, bishop b7, bishop g. So where you you say that you are not too familiar with these positions, right? Or maybe the surprise came a bit later.
Yeah, actually, I had not prepared this, and I played d5 line actually in this. I thought it was like simpler if I'm not prepared. I usually play like this d6, knight e4, f5, knight b7 setup, some kind of that. So yeah.
All right. So okay, in the game, opponent okay, you continue with bishop e7, castle, castle, knight c3, d5, okay, and cd, ed, knight
Okay,
e5.
so instead of ed, I think knight d5 was better.
Okay, knight d5 in this position is better, and
Yeah.
if your opponent takes, then I guess you just take with the bishop, right? And you don't like sort of need to place this pawn on d5, which you did in the game, because I guess this bishop is sort of locked in, right? But okay, you can play c5 at some point.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. But I
Uh,
mean, that was easier to play probably. The
right.
bishop.
But okay, these are the hazards of going into a position which you don't know too much. But okay, knight e5, knight b d7, queen a4, and okay, white seems to have a solid, like a comfortable position. And okay, knight b8. What was the idea behind this one?
So I played knight d7 like very normally. I thought like it's simple developing, but I didn't see queen a4, and I was like, yeah. So here I had to think like knight d7, and I was losing a pawn.
Mhm.
I saw every possible move here to not like to avoid playing knight b8, but there is absolutely nothing.
So, okay, this is very tough, no, I think, because you just played your knight to d7. You have to admit that, okay, this was maybe not the best choice. And then you have to move back to the same square, knight b8. So, okay, not not easy, I would say, very difficult. So,
Yeah.
opponent just continued with rook d1 and a6, bishop e3, queen d6. And it already seems to me that white is quite comfortable in the position and also has an advantage, I think. Right. So rook a c1, queen, okay, b5, queen c2, knight bd7. Okay, the knight comes from here to here and back again. But okay, bishop f4 and queen e6, knight f3, knight h5. So preferably would like to take this bishop because okay, this is a very strong bishop, right? And she of course did
Knight
not like
f3,
to.
I think, is like allowing knight h5. Here I got some play. So knight f3 is wrong.
Okay,
Uh,
so
Maybe she could have done this like h4, king h2, bishop h3 idea.
okay, so something like this: h4, king h2, and bishop h3. And okay,
Yeah.
now this bishop is also becoming quite active, which it was not right now in this diagonal. It is not so active, but okay, in this diagonal it's quite active, and also queen is not too comfortable here. So this is okay. Maybe she could have improved on this. Knight f3, and now you went knight h5. Knight h5, bishop g5. Okay, you don't want to trade the bishops. You want to keep this bishop for yourself now. And okay, bishop e3, h6, knight h4, knight b6. Okay, at this point, I think you have sort of stabilized, and maybe like the disadvantage which you had is now it's quite okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so b3. They don't want you to come to c4, of course. Strong square for the knight. Bishop a3, rook b1. And from here on, I think something very curious started to happen. There were a lot of tactics which started to occur here. Okay, bishop b4, a4, and queen c6, rook d7, bishop a3. And here your opponent just played knight into d5. They, I think, just missed it somehow. And
So
queen
she was
c3.
having like time pressure and like she panicked after I played bishop a3. She thought she was just losing a piece, so she just
Okay.
had to mess up.
Mhm.
Maybe here, actually nothing is happening. Like rook d1, if I play b4, rook a1, it's fine.
And okay, you can take, but okay, then you will also lose. So white is fine. But okay, the fear factor hit in basically, and time pressure can induce that. So, like every one of us. After knight d5, like, what do you think your opponent missed actually here?
Like she wanted to play queen instead of rook c2. Maybe she wanted to play knight. She thought she should escape with knight e7, but she probably missed bishop e7.
Right. And okay, it's in time pressure, maybe she just missed that. Okay, this bishop can just move backward and take the knight. Yep. And okay, but now it's just a completely winning position for you after bishop d5. Okay, b5, just a b5. Rook c7, rook f c8, rook c8, rook c8. And okay, if you just simplify the position, this is completely winning for you. Okay, so g4, knight f6, bishop f4. Okay, just quickly go through some of these moves. And okay, there was no problem throughout. I think e5, this pawns look like they're kind of strong, but okay, not too much. So because this pawn is here, so no chance of being a sort of a passed pawn. Bishop e4, g6, h4, rook c3, and
This was actually a good try, so I had to be careful at some
uh,
points.
okay. So
But
like yeah, because I think a lot of the pawns are traded, and if you somehow manage to lose, let's say one more pawn, then it might become
yeah,
troyish, right?
like both my pawns are like very crucial.
Mhm.
I cannot
Correct.
give any up. Yeah.
All right. And if the pawns are dead, then you might then you might get some sort of a very weird ending, let's say with like bishop knight and knight against, let's say, a bishop or something like that. And
Yeah, so that's not like winning.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not winning. And even if it is, that's like quite
Yeah.
difficult. So
Yeah.
no need to go into those sort of complications. So king d2, h5. But okay, you managed it very well. And okay, all of the pieces right now of black, they are in perfect squares, and you can just push this pawn forward from now. Knight c4 and bishop d3, knight c3, king d3, and okay, now you just win up. So, and the bishop is not nearly enough to stop all of this. And okay, in this position, she just designed the game. Okay, you can take it, I guess, but then just you win, and okay, this is completely win. So how was the feeling after winning this game? I think like these two games, like they are both very good, but okay, both of them have, let's say, very different feels, right?
Yeah, so like this game actually it felt really relieved, like
Right.
all the teammates, because this match was not very easy to win. They played, I think, well. Though we won like 3.5 to half,
Mhm.
our games were topsy turvy. So like second board we were losing, third
Right.
board also was like not very clear. I don't know about the first board, so yeah, and I messed up the opening. So before like this round we had lost one match to I think Kazakhstan.
Right.
So it
Right.
was a bit yeah.
It was also a bit nervy for all the team members that okay, we don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
lose
yeah.
another match and all. So overall, a very nice tournament and also loads to learn. So what are some of the key takeaways which you had from this tournament, which you think you can improve upon?
I think I should. The one thing that I really felt was my opening preparation is really bad. I have to work on it a lot.
Okay.
Uh, like when I saw my teammates, and yeah, so mine is like very limited options, and yeah. Then actually to handle losses, like I became really upset after like I lost the last game, but my like the other players, my teammates were like very they did not mind much. They just learned and
Mhm.
moved forward. So yeah, and a lot of things actually, the way they prepared, the yeah, not only my teammates, actually everybody else, the people who won. So yeah, a lot of things that I learned. Yeah.
Right. So, okay, this is, I think, also one very important thing which you mentioned, that, okay, how to accept losses. Because if you have sort of like a passive mentality, or let's say if you're still, if the loss of yesterday is still in your mind, then it becomes really hard to play the next round and affects your performance there as well. So this is okay, a very great takeaway. And of course, regarding opening preparation, I think okay, you will just keep going upward from this point. Right now, where are you? It seems that you're in some sort of a hotel, according to your background.
I'm in Bali, Indonesia. I'm playing the Asian Youth Chess Championships.
Okay, okay. So the Asian Youth, I think this is also a very strong event, right? I think has the have the game started already, or is it, how is it?
Yeah, the rapid tournament got over today. The classical is starting tomorrow.
Okay, so how did it go?
Not good for me.
Okay, but
I hope to play.
right, so that's fine. Not an issue. So the main event, like the classical event, starts from tomorrow, and how many rounds is it?
9 rounds.
9 rounds. So okay, this is like you are playing tournaments back to back now. I think your journey started from the World Youth. I believe you played the under 16 section,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
Right.
the World Youth Olympiad, and now the Asian Youth. And like, do you have anything planned after this as well?
Uh, Not as of now. Probably I'll play the Commonwealth,
Okay, like is
but
it
yeah,
like just after this event only?
not right after this. Like
Okay.
I think some 10 days gap maybe.
Okay. So that in 10 days, I think you will catch some rest also. And like, is it exhausting right now a bit, or how is it?
Yeah, but yeah, I also like broke my leg, so
Okay. Oh, is it fine now? Are you okay?
not really. I
Okay.
hope.
So I hope you get well really soon. And I think there's a team of doctors, right, at the venue to help you out and all.
Yeah, but
Right.
like
So
yeah.
Okay, I wish you a speedy recovery, and I think the game starts from tomorrow. So best of luck on your games, right? Okay, Tanisha. So it was very nice talking to you, and have a good day.
Thank you so much.